Hello there, gamers. I'm the Orange Ranger. Let's boldly go where no one else has gone before. Welcome, gamers, to Star Trek Resurgence. This is the next Let's Play here on Orange Ranger Plays. In this very interesting little menu screen here that actually doesn't even feature the name of the game, the only way I can really tell that it's Star Trek is that there's a tricorder right there. Let me talk a little bit about me and Star Trek. This is me exposing y'all to another one of my lifelong loves. I've loved The Next Generation, really Star Trek, all of Star Trek. I had Next Generation on the mind because that is kind of the universe that this game is set in, but I've loved all of Star Trek since I was a kid. The first episode of Star Trek I saw, funny enough, was the first episode of The Next Generation, not the date that it aired. It was a rerun. It just coincidentally happened to be the first episode I watched, and it was the first episode of the show. And I was hooked from the start. Both of my parents were Trekkies, and I became one too. I've seen every episode of The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Strange New Worlds, and I'm only a couple episodes behind on Discovery. I've seen bits and pieces of the original series, and I've seen, maybe like one episode of the animated series. Lower Decks, I think I've seen every episode of Lower Decks. I might be behind on that too, but generally speaking, I love Star Trek. I have a Star Trek tattoo. It's a TNG communicator with a original series operation symbol inside of it. I got that with one of my best friends, Harry, who has the same tattoo but with a command symbol on it. I love Star Trek. I always have loved Star Trek, and so I wanted to take the opportunity to play a Star Trek game for you all. This is going to be a new experience for this channel in a couple of ways. This is the first game I've played on this channel that I've never played before. Going into this fairly blind, I know something about the story and the characters and etc., but in general, I am going into this blind, and it's also a new kind of game for me. Because this Star Trek Resurgence is what they call a narrative adventure game. And if you're not familiar with what that is, let me put it to you this way. Star Trek Resurgence was developed by a company called Dramatic Labs, which calls itself a collaboration of over 20 former Telltale developers, writers, producers, etc., etc. There are some other people involved as well, but a bunch of people who used to be with Telltale Games went over and formed this company, Dramatic Labs. And this is the kind of game they make. It's a game where you're choosing what people say. Like this game, tell a friend. That's an interesting little, word of mouth encouragement there. You pick what people say and the story goes that way. It's not just like a visual novel. There are interactive experiences. There is gameplay I've seen. If this was just like a visual novel, I wouldn't play this on this channel. But I tend to avoid those games because I don't think I'd be very interested in them. But maybe Star Trek will get me interested. For those of you who are deep into the lore, this game takes place shortly after the events of Star Trek Nemesis, I believe. It is set in the TNG era. It's not going to involve the Enterprise. It centers on original characters, but we will see some familiar faces, hear some familiar voices, and there's one we're going to talk about for sure. I'm going to take a quick look at settings, and then there's also the fact that there's choices here, which is interesting. But let's take a quick look at the settings. volume and everything I managed through OBS anyway, so brightness, everything, motion blur, sure, English. I'm gonna put on subtitles because I find that they help me. It might be that I have a little bit of ADHD. It might be that I watch a lot of like Japanese tokusatsu and I'm used to having subtitles, but being able to read things on the screen helps me think. And then there's settings for inverting the vertical axis and aim sensitivity. I think I can look at those at the time, but we'll accept that. And I want to look at this choices here. Oh, interesting. Visit website and enter this code or scan the QR code. Dive deep into your choices. Okay, that's interesting. And then we can hit back. Okay. Heroes and gamers of my audience. Star Trek Resurgence. Right off the bat, I do have to say the loading times don't seem to be the best. This is a Dramatic Labs adventure. The relationship and events you're about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. In other words, it's a Telltale game. But not... Telltale doesn't exist anymore, so... From Dramatic Labs. Dramatic Labs logo is a picture of two dramatic, like, dog labs, and I think that's the cutest thing.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission.
Kinda don't like how the subtitles just a little bit
and
clash
the crew
with
isn't
the
letting
credits.
this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
It's always an ion storm in Star Trek.
They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe.
I do like how this credit sequence is in engine.
Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Lazar Levine sounds like a Star Trek name. Hello.
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
If she makes it to the ship. Whee! Those seats make it look like a roller coaster. Quick time.
Thanks.
No problem.
Making sure you're awake.
I'm not great with flying.
I may throw up on you.
But these little shuttles are the worst.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this. I have.
And you're here to talk about it.
In the flesh.
That's a positive way of looking at it.
That's good.
Okay, he liked that. So the crew's gonna be impacted by things I say. You know, you can pick your runs, good or bad.
Sorry, I'm a little
It was
anxious.
very obvious it was loading a
hadn't
bridge
noticed.
and have cutscene there.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
He was a little...
It won't be easy
she
for
is a...
Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs, right?
Here's this little cavalier about her. She's a commander. Star Trek Resurgence. USS Centennial. Oh, the episode Change of Station. That's kind of cute. I also like how that was a little, like, mini intro sequence, like a, Star Trek credits thing. But it wasn't focusing on the ship we're on, so... Dude, bro. Hey. Can we focus on the fact that Dude Bro didn't get up? Dude Bro, hey? Are we, right off the bat, huh? Dude Bro's just gonna stay on the shuttle? I walk away from the door. Is it gonna close? Oh, I thought it closed. Dude Bro, are you coming? Kid? Alright, whatever. Pretty standard. I mean, it was only telling me about how to move with L, but, right stick controls the camera. Little icon here. Examine livery.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Starfleet Operational Support Services. Or SAUCE! Ooh. Pretty view. I wish this window was a little wider. I mean, I know she'd be able to see all of it, but there's a big bar in the way. Alright, let's go over here. Oh, this looks like liveliness. Oh, you finally decided to join me, huh?
Commander?
There we
I'm
go.
not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Nope.
Sounds familiar.
No, it doesn't.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintar's
That
5.
is garbage.
Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the academy.
I'm gonna be nice in this.
So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But
Games
my
like
mind
these,
to
you
it
can have,
and it
a
paid
nice
off.
run or a mean run or whatever. I'm mostly gonna be nice. Hey! It's like, get the heck over here.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
What? What? Huh? Oh, we do that? What the? Oh, okay. R2. I had to maneuver the cursor onto the thing and then press R2.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
52%
You're
Copliad
Jara Rydek?
DNA.
You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
I would love to know what the
Now
Torvalin
I'm
test
really-
is. For those of you who don't
It's
know,
an
the
honor to
Kobayashi
meet you.
Maru is a test that there's literally no way to
Sorry,
win.
I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure is mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Oh, good old Paul.
Good to meet you.
Poor AK.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you.
Commander
Send your
Ermot,
forces
well-
ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
This poor kid, is embarrassed. Just being embarrassed. But hey, can I? Okay, yeah. It just needed a second to load. I was saying, I think a thing about this game. Hey, is it gonna? Technical aspects are gonna be a thing. This game is not very well optimized. I mean, he is at least breathing, but I don't know if this dude's breathing. Oh, hey, random person. Hey, can we talk? Hey.
Good day, Commander.
Hey. Well, sort of. Okay, you're getting in line. Okay, but is this ever gonna resolve? All right, let's move on. But yeah, the Kobayashi Maru is a no-win scenario. It usually involves a ship in the neutral zone between the Federation and some rival. And, oh, USS Resolute. Interesting. Repairs are in progress. But it involves a freighter in the neutral zone, or it drifted into enemy space, and you have to go rescue it, but rescuing it is an act of war. And then when you go to rescue it, the enemy attacks, and they just always get stronger, and they always adjust. And basically just the idea of the test is you're going to lose, and you're going to die, but can you stay brave? Can you keep your crew brave? and do everything you can. So a test that's harder than that, I'd love to hear about. Oh, what a nice little lounge. Well, they called this a
If
concourse.
I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
I know there's some of you who have never like seen Star Trek or anything, and that's very helpful to you. But like, as somebody who's a Star Trek fan and thinking about a Star Trek character, she would not say that to herself. Oh, that was weird. She's adjusting to the camera. Like, she tries to keep her back to the camera. She's like, don't, whoop. She's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I haven't put my makeup on. Don't look at me. All right. Lost crewman. Let's talk.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
How weird that everybody is on the Resolute.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
Or you're silly. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Commander.
I was just gonna say, at least they got in that one. I'm like, there's nobody recognizing that the Commander is a very high rank in Starfleet. Oh, there's people down there. I mean, they're statues, but, you know, that's a neat little detail. Okay. I want to do all the stuff that I can do. So, like, I know this isn't a Bolian, but... Hi.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
The first person to actually talk to me like a commander. I mean, I know they've said commander, but I'm talking about, like, actually. Examine replicated meal.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
As opposed to eating somebody else's food at a table? The hell are you talking about?
Excuse me.
This person is red.
First officer?
Someone from the crew got promoted?
No, get this. They're from a different ship.
Wonder how the crew feel about that.
Whoa. You mean officers transfer ships and go different places sometimes? I missed this. Examine information.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
The way she pointed at a dock, that makes it look like it has 5. But, alright. And also, I don't know how that information was useful at all. Can I walk through you all? Nope, they are a wall. Replicator, I want some coffee! Replicator, computer, coffee, double cream, double sugar, room temperature. So I can drink it. Well, I'm clearly not looking for you. It's a little creative using people.
You're going to the Resolute too?
Yeah, not the ship I was hoping for.
Why's that?
Well, you haven't heard? Some kind of accident. Their warp core overloaded.
Oh, whoa. That's a big deal.
They spent 6
Yeah, it
months
is.
fixing it up.
Was it the captain's fault?
That's the rumor, yeah.
Interesting. There was an accident on the ship 6 months ago. Usually when warp cores overload, warp core overload isn't necessarily the same thing as a warp core breach, but oftentimes when there's problems with the warp core, it tends to explode, and then the entire ship tends to explode because it's matter and antimatter. But anyway, let's talk to Commander Ermont.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It takes more than a little turbulence
I
to
am
rattle
curious
me.
what happens if you don't
I'm sure
pick
that's
something.
the case.
But I don't necessarily want to risk finding out.
We're grateful you were able to come fill our
I really
first
want the game to
officer
go kind of the way I
vacancy at
want it
such short
to.
notice.
Because it's kind of your one
From everything I've read and
Aegis,
everything I've
you know,
heard, we're lucky
over
you were available to us.
this experience.
Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What have you heard?
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion
The
War.
Dominion War.
Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS
Ooh,
Endeavour.
Chief of Security
You've done
and
your
tactical,
homework.
like
I
War.
said, we're very lucky.
There she is.
The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
No, they did it on
If there was
purpose.
malfunction, an accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame.
How does an
It was a
accident
planned
suggest
test, but
fault?
The warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a
warp
higher
bubble
resonant
deformed?
frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
Ooh, ouch.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
Sorry for your loss.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
That didn't
It
need to be
does weigh
captioned,
heavy.
though.
There are some things you can't forget.
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward.
We certainly wouldn't want to move backwards.
If not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time,
It is a pretty ship.
and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking
It's
into.
really not that
I
weird
just thought
for
you ought to know.
officers to transfer to
appreciate
other
it.
ships for command.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region.
Press
I'll let
options
the
to
captain
explore the
brief you on
impact of
board.
your choices.
I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Yeah, I guess he's not sure about that. Yeah, there's been some... Oh, that was an interesting symbol. Okay, left stick up. Hello. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Stuck.
You didn't give me a chance to turn the thingy.
I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. I'm going to assume that it's the one that looks like a torch. Really? Come on. Okay, so that is an ODN recoupler. This is a hyper spanner. That is an interphasic coil spanner. I would have liked it to make me, like, guess. Whee! Okay, good. I found the flashlight. Oh, look at there. Okay. Put the cursor on the thing and press R2. Oh. Right stick. Put the cursor on the thing. Press R2. Do the QuickTime event. But I mean, this is interesting. I'm actually doing something. I'm, you know, fixing the doofy flopper. Whoop. All good. R2. Right stick around in a circle. Right stick down. And we pull out this broken piece of junk. Put in a new one. Put in a new campsite lantern. Put it up. Twist it. R stick and R2. There we go.
Is that?
This episode is probably going to be a little bit longer than most of them. The lower decks. Hey! Lower decks, we're going to see the Cerritos. This is animated.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
I fix! Ooh, hello. A trill? Yep.
Nice work, Carter.
Are you joined?
Nothing to it, Nilly.
Nilly.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Like now? Is that an official, like, Starfleet time? Yeah, but I want to explore. Edsolar. So I guess Nilly's her first name. That is a runabout engine, and it's neat to see it off of the thing there. And I can talk to them.
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Whew, then another hour of recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
Well, I mean, you dropped the thing. I'm sympathetic, but not,
Come on.
Listen! I'm exploring! Shut up.
Diaz, you're in my light.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. I was exploring. The heck are you doing? Okay, don't tell me then.
Carter Diaz.
I don't know who that is. Leave me alone.
Hey, Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here?
I
last saw it near the shuttle...
Skin on the back of her neck is showing through the back of her uniform. I think you got a tear in your uniform. Would she say she was looking for a hyperspanner?
Yep.
Didn't I have one? I feel like I had one. There's one on my table. It might be an extra little thing I can do.
Time's a-wasting.
I'll waste your time.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
Yep.
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
All right. Okay, routing. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Use R to aim and hold R2 to select and drag waypoints. Oh, main menu or resume? Resume? Okay. So, we need to take this one and bring it down. And we need to take this one. Woo-wee! And bring it... Oh, I can even bring it over.
No sweat.
Whoa,
Whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad!
Okay, that's cute.
Don't tell Chovak.
That was funny. That was cute. That was funny. Okay. Over on my, like, table of tools, which I guess is over here now. Although I guess it's gone, and I just... The over here said, said she was looking for a hyperspanner.
Hey, Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here? I last saw it near the shuttle, Ptarmigan.
I'll let you know.
Okay, it's near the shuttle Ptarmigan. Melville. I like how Lady Chick stopped complaining. I'm betting this is the Ptarmigan. Yeah, it is. Oh, inspect shuttle.
Corrosion in there was pretty extreme. Nothing I couldn't handle, though.
Great. How do I get the hyperspanner? Oh. Wait, what? Holding the left button shows me something I can interact with. Take tool.
That's not where that goes.
That's not where that goes.
Maybe we can figure out where you're supposed to be.
We already know where it's supposed to be. I did not see that there was a person up there. Paint me like one of your French Starfleet engineers. I did a thing I didn't necessarily have to do.
Oh, hey, there it is. You're a lifesaver, Diaz.
Well, I don't know about that, but I try.
I kind of like him. Okay. So, if I can face them at the camera. Nope. This game does not want to let you. So, I'll give you all this lovely view of space. Oh, I can examine the storm.
The storm looks pretty bad. Just another reason why we need to get this ship ready.
Oh, it looks... Ooh, it's just rough. Not a lot has happened, and I could justify going a little further and everything, but, I don't want to make these episodes too long, so, I'm actually going to go ahead and call this here. We're just meeting Diaz here, and it's a good place, I think, to call it. This is the next adventure, you know, and we'll see how this goes, and we'll have fun with it. But for now, that's going to do it for the first episode of Star Trek Resurgence. Thank you, Hero, so much as always. Thank you, Gamer, so much as always for watching. After doing 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, I'm calling you heroes. Thank you, gamers, so much as always for watching. Make sure to let me know what you thought about this down in the comments below, and while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe so you know whenever I release new episodes of Star Trek Resurgence, and set up the notifications, hit the bell so you're notified of whenever I post brand new videos. And if you'd like to support my channel in a more direct way, you can check me out at Patreon, Ko-fi, or Teespring. Until next time, gamers, live long and prosper, and may the power protect you.